Sanjeev, this aerostat has 20,000 cubic meters of helium gas, and as it takes up these 8 puppets, which really showcase the different outfits, the attires that India will showcase at this opening ceremony.
And it's time to come out and play. India swells with pride as the Commonwealth Games opening ceremony begins with lots of color, music and a giant balloon. A child prodigy plays tabla for 60,000 spectators there. Indian folk performance is kicked off the ceremony, and with Hariharan with his Swagatham welcomes them all. A very good evening. It's prime time and you're watching Headlines Now with me, Divya. Well, close to 7,000 men and women and children are performing in a gala opening ceremony showcasing the best of India there. And our sports reporter Natasha will bring us the sporting stars from Tamil Nadu who have the best potential to make the nation proud. Well, another big focus tonight is the trouble in the Congress camp. Well, the workers once again defy all the gag orders. Erode witnessed some strong sloganeering against the Congress-TMK alliance, and TNCC President Thangabalu once again faces all the heat. Our political correspondent Shabir Ahmed will bring us all the details on that, and we'll get you all the news and details. But first, let's take a look at what's making the headlines at 8. Congress workers do an Ilangovan at Erode raise slogans against DMK and TNCC President Thangabalu opposing the alliance.
அதாவது திமுக அண்ணா திமுக இல்லாம காங்கிரஸ் வந்து தனித்துவமா இருக்கணும்.
தங்கபாலு அவர் வந்து காங்கிரஸ் பதவியில இருந்து ரெண்டாவது எடுக்கணும். யார் உண்மையான பாடு போறாங்க அவங்கள போடணும். அப்பதான் காங்கிரஸ் டெவலப் ஆகும்.
Dayanidhi Maran rubbishes reports of DMK's dual standards in the cotton export policy, says all allegations are politically motivated. More than 100 people questioned in connection to the minor blast at the Anna's library, but mystery still shrouds as the police make no breakthrough. 14 days of continuous strike, government now under pressure as political parties intervene in the NLC contract workers strike.
காவல்துறையினுடைய இந்த நடவடிக்கைக்கு காரணமான நெய்வேலி டிஎஸ்பி மணி அவர்கள் மீதும் ஆய்வாளர் குமார் அவர்கள் மீதும் உடனடியாக நடவடிக்கை எடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று நாங்கள் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
After the Tatas and the Birla, small business now eye the market overseas to strike gold.
Is a breed of small and medium enterprises which is looking for which has got that predator instinct and which is actually looking at acquiring companies overseas.
Well, let's also take a quick look at the top national stories making headlines. 60,000 spectators witnessed the Games Gala event. 7,000 artists perform at the grand opening ceremony. Tennis ace Sania's first ever CWG outing. She is to face tough competition. India lose wickets in a hurry against Australia and have been bowled out for 405. Australians lead by 23 runs. BJP serves a notice to the Congress after BJP.com redirects users to the AICC official site. Well, Congress workers in the state defy Ghulam Nabi Asad's order once again. Don't want alliance with the DMK, say a group of over 100 Congress workers in Erode, and TNCC President KV Thangabalu was greeted with slogans opposing of the party's continuing alliance with the DMK for the next year's assembly elections. Another group of congressmen gathered at a road near the district committee office and also raised the same slogans. EVK Ilangovan, who has been critical of the DMK government, and other leaders were also with Thangabalu but walked away without saying anything. And where all this comes just a week ahead of Sonia Gandhi's visit to the state.
அதை விட்டு போட்டு நம்ம குடும்ப அரசியல் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறவங்கள்ட்ட கூட்டணி தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு வேணாம். அதைத்தான் நாங்கள் முற்றுகிட்டோம். தங்கபால அவரை வந்து வழிமறைச்சு முற்றுகிட்டோம். அப்புறம் அவர் வந்து அவரே கார் ஏறி போயிட்டார். எங்களுக்கு வந்து துளி கூட விருப்பம் இல்லை. அவர் ரெண்டாவது தங்கபால அவர் வந்து காங்கிரஸ் பதவியிலிருந்து ரெண்டாவது எடுக்கணும். யார் உண்மையான பாடுபடுறாங்க அவங்கள போடணும். அப்போ தான் காங்கிரஸ் டெவலப் ஆகும்.
திமுக அதிமுக இல்லாமல் காங்கிரஸ் வந்து தனித்துவமாக இருக்கணும். அப்படி எங்களுக்கு எல்லா மரியாதையும் கிடைக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கூட்டணியை வந்து தன்மான தலைவர் வச்சிருக்க திட்டத்தின்படி அன்னை சோனியா காந்திட்ட சொல்லி கொண்டு வரணும்னு தங்கபால்கிட்ட பேசலான்னு ஒவ்வொருத்தரையும் நினைச்சா பேச வாய்ப்பு கொடுக்கல. எனவே அதுதான் நாங்கள் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தோம்.
And for more on this, our political reporter Shabir Ahmed now joins us live. Well, Shabir, high drama there at E-Road, and this time, however, the former minister Ilangovan has remained silent while all these anti-DMK slogans were raised all around him. Take us through what exactly happened there, Shabir.
Well, primarily the meeting was convened by the District Congress Committee to unite the party workers ahead of Sonia Gandhi's visit to Tamil Nadu. In fact, Sonia Gandhi is visiting on October 9th in Tiruchi, and almost all the party workers are gearing up for that. And Thangabalu is touring the entire state to galvanize support and also to gather party workers, urging them to put up an united face so that they can show their strength in Tamil Nadu ahead of Sonia Gandhi's visit. And also, he wanted to ensure that there is no rift at the ground level within the Congress party. And that is the primary focus of today's meeting, which was convened at E-Road, led by EVK Silangovan, who is the strong man in that particular district. And the standoff between Ilangovan and Thangabalu, which is going on for the past several weeks now, has reflected finally with EVK Silangovan supporters shouting slogans and asking Thangabalu to cut ties with the DMK. In fact, this is the reflection of the war going on within the Congress party. A section of Congress workers strongly believe that the Congress must cut their ties with the DMK, and that is the echo, that is the sentiments of the Congress workers in the state. Divya.
Right, Shabir, before we dwell more into what exactly happened at E-Road, let's bring another incident to our viewers, which is quite similar to what happened there, Thangabalu being at the receiving end again. It was just last week at the Congress's meet, which was convened to unite the party workers, ironically turned violent. A youth Congress leader was expelled from the party for beating up a congressman when he brought up the issue of a union minister's picture in a banner. All this happened right in front of the eyes of the Congress chief, KV Thangabalu. The attack on the party worker created a lot of tension in the locality for a while. Supporters of the Union Minister G.K. Vasan resorted to a road roko against the attack. Well, another dramatic incident there. Now, going back to Shabir, well, such repeated incidents there, Shabir, that leaders have now raised concerns over the very discipline within the party, and that was just a week ahead of Congress President Sonia Gandhi's visit to the state.
Well, Divya, certainly, in fact, what we have been witnessing all these weeks was something. The standoff between leaders, the different faction within the Congress party has now spilled onto the streets. And in fact, last week there was high drama at Satyamurthy Bhavan, where the youth Congress members turned Satyamurthy Bhavan into a suicide point. And also the other incidents relating to the unrest within the party has clearly caused major concern and major embarrassment for the Congress leadership in the state. In fact, last week Ghulam Nabi Azad was here saying that he asked party workers to gear up for the polls, and also he wanted to settle the kind of disturbances within the party. That is what his major aim was. He came here to clear all the misconceptions and all the different opinions within the party, so that they can put up a united face ahead of Sonia Gandhi's visit. But definitely trouble seems to be there at the grassroots level. In fact, the Congress workers at the grassroots level are extremely angry with the state Congress leadership, because they say that the state Congress leadership is acting independently. They are not taking the views of other leaders. In fact, many of the leaders wanted to switch alliances, to switch DMK alliance, but that is something they wanted to strongly attract the attention of the Congress High Command with such sloganeering and also with such protest. But definitely there seems to be high trouble inside the Congress camp, Divya.
Right, Shabira, thanks very much indeed for joining us with all those details there. Now moving on to some other news. Well, a day after CPIM State Secretary G. Ramakrishnan lashed out against the ruling DMK of adopting double standards in exporting cotton, Union Textiles Minister Dayanidhi Maran reacted strongly, saying the allegations are completely baseless and that there are no new dual standards adopted by the government. The CPIM alleged that the weavers in the country were facing an uncertain future because of the Congress-led UPA government's decision to export cotton. Well, the Commonwealth Games opening ceremony opened with a grand spectacle there, and India's hearts swell with pride there as the ceremony began with colour music and a giant balloon. A 7-year-old child prodigy, Keshav, stole the limelight at the Commonwealth Games opening ceremony there. He mesmerized all the spectators, including President Pratibha Patil and Prince Charles. He in fact synchronized his tabla with the beat of a variety of drummers, numbering over 800.
India showcases to the Commonwealth.
And for more on this, our sports reporter Natasha now joins us. Well, Natasha, a very beautiful spectacle there, something that we've never seen before, and a very positive sign to begin with, to brush off all the negative airs around and go ahead and begin the Commonwealth Games on such a positive note. So what now the next big thing is, who are the ones that we are to look out for the Commonwealth Games from Tamil Nadu, Natasha?
Well, Divya, you're absolutely right. India, after all, pulled it off really with the opening ceremony. It was, as the viewers have seen right on their television screens, it's been a real spectacle to watch out for, really. But right now, our focus here is the Chennai athletes, especially the swimmer Balakrishnan, really, who has been training for a very long time for the Commonwealth Games. Now he's looked forward to the Commonwealth Games. As we met him a little earlier during the Queen's Baton Relay, he said that he's fully prepared. He is looking forward to the 50-meter and the 100-meter event during the Commonwealth Games. And also, we also can focus on our squash star player Joshna Chinnappa, who's now world number 35. She's had a slump in her squash career at the moment, especially with her own colleague Deepika Pallikal going one up in the ranks, especially since Deepika is a junior to her. But leaving all that aside, Joshna Chinnappa really has all the talent that we can definitely look forward to bring pride to the nation at this point, especially with her colleagues, of course. Saurav Ghoshal also doing very well in the circuit at the moment. The other players that we can definitely, other athletes that we can look forward to is also Gayatri, who will be running the hurdles event. She is a prominent national champion from India, of course, and she will be representing the country at her best right now. She's the only one from Tamil Nadu who's going to be at the Commonwealth Games, Divya.
Right, lots to look forward to there, Natasha. Thanks very much indeed for joining us with all that. And we have more news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay with us.